Hey everyone, so today I'm gonna be solving these 35 cubes here and talking a little bit about them and about whatever comes to mind. Those are hand scrambles, so sorry if you wanted to follow along. But if you're slower than me or less efficient or whatever, maybe you can learn a few things, hopefully. I'm not gonna go for speed because I'm gonna be talking at the same time, but... Um, Or maybe you just like to watch some cubing video while you practice. I like to do that sometimes. So yeah, let me just move the cubes over and get started. So this is Chi Warrior W jelly. I really like the way this cube looks. It's not that fun to solve, honestly, because the recognition is quite hard. But yeah, it looks great. It looks great, and it's fun to mess with, you know. But I can't really speed solve it. My recognition is not great. I didn't think I would like one. Oh, what did I do there? Let's see. From watching videos, but then when I saw one in real life, I really liked it, and I bought one later. Fun cube. This is Shengshu Fang Yuan in pink. I have a couple of videos about this one. Obviously, recognition on this is quite hard, but it looks phenomenal. I'm really happy with it. I kind of want to practice more with it and to like get good with it, but yeah. I also want to get good on a normal color scheme, you know, so you have to prioritize a little bit. Yeah, I realize this is probably not going to be super instructive, actually, because as I'm talking, I'm being really kind of inefficient and reverting to old habits. So my F2L is not that great. Not that it's great anyway, but when I'm focused, it's a little bit better, you know. This is a Cyclone Boys Fei Wu. My son unfortunately lost a center cap. I might actually get another one because I quite like it. I really like the shades. I like a really dark blue. And the feel is really nice too. The performance is terrible though. I mean, it's... when I say terrible... it's fine. I don't feel like it slows me down, but it's certainly not great, but the feel is really nice and I like the way it looks. And actually, I think a lot of reviews and unboxings don't talk enough about that, because honestly, for most of us, the cube isn't gonna slow us down. Wait. Yeah, I just learned OLL and I messed that one up. What was I saying? Yeah, the cube isn't gonna slow us down. I'm gonna get my normal average on pretty much any of these cubes. And most of your solves are gonna be unofficial ones. So I mean, I did this is a primary Zenshi. I did like 15 solves, 15 official solves last year, and I did maybe 15,000 unofficial ones. So I mean, you know, it's important to have a cube that you like to use, because it feels nice, because it looks nice, because whatever reason, performance is not that important for most of us, I think. I mean, sure, you're gonna get like half a second better global average with a top cube, but so what if you average 30 seconds or 30 and a half, you know? This is a Thunderclap V1. I can see why it was so popular. It's a really nice cube. It has a really nice feel, but it needs a lot of work. Unlike more modern budget cubes, that are really great right out of the box. This needs a lot of breaking in and messing with the tensions and lubing and all that. But if you put some work on it, it's really a very nice cube. This is Yushin Little Magic with the old stickerless shades, which I prefer to the new ones. Sadly, it seems most stores are sold out for the old shades. I mean, if you know of any store that still has the old shades, I'm interested. I mean, the new ones are fine, but I like a dark blue, as I said, so this is kind of nicer for me. This one is maybe my most well broken in Little Magic. I think it's the one I did the most solves on, and it feels really fantastic. This is what is it? I think, yeah, it's a cheese sale, and those are some homemade stickers. I wanted to try a grayscale cube, but didn't want to pay for stickers, you know. And yeah, it's not that fun to solve. It looks good, but again, you know, recognition is tricky, shall we say. I don't know if I should even attempt F2N. I might revert to beginner's method. But it looks great. It's really a cool look. Oh boy. I'm even worse than on the pink cube, because I actually never used this one basically. I just made it and to have it on the shelf, you know. What? Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, because I picked the colors myself, I did a pretty bad job actually. Some of them are really similar, which kind of makes it worse. Yeah, I should pay attention to being in frame, I guess. What is this? Oh yeah, this is a a Shengshao Wind. A very outdated cube, very blocky design. It's basically like a Rubik's brand cube inside. But it's, unfortunately, this one, I haven't looped the springs yet, but it's so silent and so smooth. It's really a pleasure to use, even though it's very blocky. And I get this because I wanted to buy some fancy stickers from Oliver's, and he only has some of those for regular sized Rubik's Cube type puzzles, and with the speed cube the holes are problematic, so I wanted something that is shaped like a Rubik's brand, but actually nice to use. I solved on Jiancheng for years, so I don't mind the blockiness. This is Kung Fu Long Yuan. A very underrated cube in my opinion. It's, I would say it's on par with a Little Magic or MF3RS2. But it's a different feel. It's a bit more blocky, more stable. Um, the sound is also kind of nicer. It's kind of lower pitch, not as clicky, and also it's quite. The pieces are very flat. You know, there's no rounding here, so it's really a different feel when you hold it. It's really nice. This is an MF3 RS2 with the internals of a stickerless one, which is kind of fun. I don't know what to say about it. Very good cube. Everyone knows about it, I think. My God, these are really terrible solves. What am I doing here? Yeah, somehow I don't really like the feel of this one, even though I like my my stickerless ones. And this is a stickerless core, so I don't think the plastic makes a difference, but the stickers are very thick. Maybe that's messing with the feeling of the cube, I don't know. Very good cube though. This is another little magic, I think, yeah. The Little Magic is one of my favorite cubes. I think it's one of the best cubes, not just one of the best budget cubes. And it's probably what I use the most, even though I have some high-end cubes. I just like using it, you know. What am I doing? Yeah. It's really amazing how good that cube is compared to the price of it. This is Shengshou Legend, and I put the stickers of 60mm cheese sail, so it makes really great full-fitted stickers for it. The Shengshou Legend is a really it's basically like a sail in terms of the design, but it feels really nice. The feel is quite different and really lovely. Like a lot of Shengshou cubes, it feels exceptionally smooth, and I don't know, they have a unique feel. It performs basically like a sail, but it feels a lot nicer. And with the fitted stickers, I think it looks really nice. This is a Cyclone Boys Feiwu, no, Feiku. The Feiwu is the normal stickerless one. So this is tiled, and I really like the shades, the look. It's an exceptionally loud cube. Like, it sounds a bit like a mechanical keyboard, I think. I quite like that. Some people would not like that. It's basically the same design as the Fei Wu, so I think part of the loudness is because of the tiles, actually, because I think that the sound resonates differently or propagates differently or something. I think that's what makes the difference. But yeah, I really like the look of it, that dark blue, and it's the same shades as the Fei Wu, but it looks a bit different because the tiles are slightly translucent. And I'm forgetting what cross color I'm doing. Let's say yellow, I guess. I am not color neutral, but I think that shouldn't stop anyone from doing color neutral solves, because you want to keep a certain level of color neutrality, even if you're not getting your normal times. If you see a really, really easy cross on some other color, you don't want to be completely lost. Because, you know, like an easy X cross could save you so much time that it might be worth trying an unfamiliar color if you can manage at least a little bit. This is another Shangshu Fang one. This has black internals, which is cool. I put pink on instead of red, just for the looks. It's nice, but it's actually not the... On camera it looks fine, but in real life it's kind of a little bit hard to distinguish those. So I don't use it much for speed solving, but more for like casual solves like this. It is surprisingly hard to stay in frame when you're doing videos. I did not expect that when I started making videos. Although obviously the way I'm filming here is not ideal. What is this? This is another little magic. Obviously on all the stickered ones I have replaced the stickers because the stock ones are terrible. And these are actually stickers that are meant for GAN 357. They fit just fine. This is also something that I don't see much of, and it kind of puzzles me. I mean, yeah. People are always putting stickers on their cube that are meant specifically for that cube, and I'm lost in my algorithm here. And it used to be that you had a lot of cubes had different Florian cuts, but just square stickers. And now they all have differently cut stickers, but actually the pieces are very, very similar. If you look at a Volk or a Little Magic or an MF3RS2, it's basically the exact same shape. So you can put the stickers of one on another, you know. So I don't know why people don't choose a specific sticker shape, just like they choose sticker shades or you know, it's an aesthetic choice as well. I don't know why people always go for the standard stickers that originally came with the cube. This is YJ Guanlong Plus. Performance-wise, it's actually pretty good. It feels horrible though. I mean, really, really terrible. But what am I doing here? There's a lot of okay. There's a lot of little imperfections in the pieces. Lots of bits of plastic from bad molding, and so it feels really bumpy and you know, crappy. But performance is actually fine. It has one quality, which is that the stickers are very easy to remove and very durable, and you can easily reapply them on a different cube. And if you buy on Z-Cube, this is actually cheaper than a set of stickers. So, but as a cube, yeah, also it has this issue. These come off very, very easily, and it just feels very flimsy. But good stickers though. This is a Fangxi mini Shrangren. I originally got it because I wanted to put the primary internals with black caps from another one, but eventually I decided to keep it like this. And I actually keep this one mostly unlubed. I just put a tiny bit, and I don't solve it very much because I want to keep the feel, the original out of the box super sandy feeling that this cube is well known for, which kind of goes away a little bit after you break it in a lot, you know. And if you lube it a lot, it's gonna feel obviously more smooth. And yeah, this feels really nice. It's one of the few old cubes that is still worth getting if you don't have one. Not performance-wise, obviously. Although when you magnetize it, it's actually fine, but it's just a completely unique feel and a very unusual cube. Much recommended. This is a Yushin Black. A very good 3x3. I would say just as good as the Little Magic, but different, much more stable, more scratchy, completely different feel. More rounded corners for some reason, I really don't know why. And I kind of don't get, well, I really don't get that cube. I made a video about it. I mean, I don't know what the market is supposed to be for that cube, but I guess if you want something exactly like a Little Magic but more stable. I'm reverting to white here. I enjoy it, but I prefer the Little Magic. So I only have one of those compared to like I think 8 Little Magics total. Speaking of which, another Little Magic. And this one has MF3RS stickers. As I was mentioning, these fit perfectly because the pieces are the same. Yeah. And that's what happens when you don't plan your cross, because you're talking. Oh boy. No. It's actually yes. I was gonna say let's do it properly, and then I realized I was actually beginning to do it properly. Again, I got lost in my algorithm here. Fuck me. Yeah, so I stopped my F12 alg there because I thought I was being sloppy, and actually I was instinctively doing the right thing, so that's good. This is an MF3RS 1. It's the stickerless pink colors with the light blue and the ugly green, but with the red instead of pink. I swapped the two. So let's do red cross. The MF3RS1 is technically a fine cube, and I do like to use it for one-handed for some reason. It feels right. But I really don't like the feel of it. I find it very catchy and just not very pleasant, basically. Oh, I just learned that one today, and I forgot it. Yeah, that's right. Like that. Yeah, I'm learning OLL at the moment. It is easier than I thought. I think most people say that when they learn it, that it's easier than they expected. But on the other hand, there's so many algorithms, it takes forever. And then recognition is a problem because you know the case, but and once you get going, you can execute it quickly. But it's just recalling it that's tricky at first. I'm sure that will go away, but for now it is. But really worth it though. I mean, I'm doing some drilling, so I time them, and I'm getting some in 2-3 seconds versus like 5-6 for 2 looks. So it's gonna make a big difference when I've really acquired them, you know. Right now the problem is I execute them just fine, but it takes me like 3 seconds to remember them, so I need to recall them. This is a Yan 3, very nice cube. Also kind of underrated in my opinion. I traded this, I don't remember for what, at a competition. And I don't remember what cross color I'm doing. But yeah, I'm really glad I did. This kid offered this in exchange for something, and as soon as I tried it, I was like, oh yeah, I need to have this one. It's a super stable cube, in my opinion. I can really be super sloppy, and it doesn't lock up or create any issues. I think maybe it suffered from that because it really it's quite stable, but it came at a time where magnetic cubes were getting big, so you don't really need that anymore in the design. But I really enjoy it. This is a Shengshao tank. I made a few force cubes because it's easier than with the normal stickerless cubes, because you can just pop off the tiles and reassemble. You don't have to use a screwdriver at all. And also the black internals look kind of cool. These are half-bright stickers from Fastech, really cheap. They look really good. These are the same shades as you would get on a Volk. Yeah, that's the one problem I have with mixing up. I mean, with using various cross colors, is I just forget which one I'm doing at the moment. Maybe for videos I should just stick to one. Even for casual solves like this. This is another Shengshao Legend, but with the stock stickers. It's another thing I quite like about it. It has those square stickers like I was talking about, which used to be standard. And this is the archetype of what a Rubik's Cube should look like, you know. All black with stickers that are all the same shape. And there's something satisfying about solving on a cube that looks like that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I grew up in the 80s and I saw them so much, but it feels right. I don't know. I'm getting lost in the solves and not talking, or talking and messing up the solve. There doesn't seem to be a middle ground. This is another Shengshao tank, force cube. It feels pretty much like a legend. It's maybe a bit better, but not much. Yeah, I would say it performs slightly better, but the design is very similar. Tends to have better corner cutting. It's also the same design as the Mr. M. Which is actually a pretty nice cube, surprisingly. I keep forgetting my cross color, it's terrible. I have to say though, I messed up that it's like that. I have to say, now that I've made 4 cubes with the Shengshao tank, I kind of enjoy solving on different colors, and I kind of want a better cube, or a better set of 4 cubes. So I'm probably gonna get a bunch of little magics and do that. This is yet another Sheng Shufang one. I really like that cube. I think it's really good. This one has pink internals, which look awesome. I think this cube was really. I mean, I guess a few people were recommending it when it came out, but I think a lot of people probably dismissed it because it's Shengshou and it's not. You wouldn't expect great cubes from them, but it's actually really nice. This is a 55mm Zenshi, which I've had for years. I really like those sticker shades, although I'm used to, I mean, I like bright shades just as much, but because I've used those for years and they're kind of the same as a standard Rubik's Cube, again, they seem very familiar and just right, somehow. This is Yushin Huanglong, non-magnetic, a very nice cube, not really significantly better than the Little Magic in terms of performance. But if you get the stickerless, you get much nicer plastic, so that's kind of important, or maybe worth paying extra. And you get actually good stickers if you get the stickered version. But the feel is very different. Performance is pretty much the same, but which is basically perfect. But the feel is very similar. This is much quieter and very, very smooth. I got used to it, but it's kind of to the point, or was to the point that I was struggling with it because I had so little tactile feedback that I was overshooting or undershooting. Of course, with magnets would help with that. But this is a Chi sail. I was learning the letter scheme for blind. I don't really need this anymore, but it helped for a little while. Yeah, the sail is a really good cube.